Ooh. What's up, guys? Got a little package from Mirrolure. Help if I can actually open this thing. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't do that with one hand. Oh, I still can't do this. Ooh. Got some goodies in from Mirrolure this week. Got Mirrodine and redfish color. Paul Brown Fat Boy. My boy Blue. Ooh, I'm excited about this. This is a suspending 7M, like classic twitch bait style. Catch 2000. So this one is like subsurface, right under the surface, and you walk this like a topwater. Same action, but this will go down to about 2 feet, depending how long you let it drop. Same with this one, just bigger profile. It's a Pro Series now, so they got this cool like insert in there. Classic 7M, just floats up on top, and then when you twitch it, it dives under the water a little bit. And then these are new for me. These are called Little Johns. So I'm gonna use these guys more as search baits, just have some fun with some classic styles, and then just 2 that I use regularly and I know that work, especially in this fall trout pattern. Once I find them, then you can move it to something slower like this shrimp or minnow imitation. And I find a lot of times I'll catch the bigger fish on these slower presentations, but you want to find the fish quickly and you want to know if they're there or not. So that's why I use these twitch baits mostly at first. Plus they're fun to kind of throw some of the classics. And I'm hoping, I've been searching so bad to get out of the gulp shrimp realm. Anything that's like juicy and you gotta like take care of in its package, you know, that's like too much fuss for me. So I got these guys. I saw in some reports some guys are having like some really good success with these Little Johns. So I'm hoping that this will be my gulp shrimp replacement. And it looks like Mirrolure might have sent me some stickers. Ooh. And this really sick twitch bait keychain. All right, let's see if we can get into it. All right, it's a little windy here today, and I have a new GoPro on my chest that doesn't have any sound deadening yet, so we're just gonna rock it. But we're gonna be starting off with this twitch bait, redfish pattern, MR17. Ow, stuck into my finger before I even got to cast it out yet. And we're gonna see if we can get into them real quick. Oh, that's good. Wind knots in my pole already. It's all right, we're gonna rock it anyways because I'm too lazy right this second. There we go, first cast. First cast, first, oh man. Oh, he came back for it, he came back for it. God, jumping trout. I'm telling you, these trout, they say you can't catch trout on the gold pattern, but you know, everyone uses a silver spoons on the trout, but I've had success on these gold twitch baits. I think anything that just flashes, really. All right, just a little guy for our first fish, probably about 13 inches, just a little over a foot. Slurped that little MR17 redfish pattern. Let's get him back in real fast. There he goes. All right, another trick, I don't know if it actually works or not, is the slime on a trout. I feel like these trout, the bigger trout definitely eat the little trout, and I just put the slime on the lure, get it all nice and fishy smelling. Typically don't like catching a fish on the first cast. It doesn't usually bear well it usually doesn't fare too well with me. So I'm hoping it's not a curse, and I hope it's just a good sign that we're in a school of these trout. Oh, there you go, right at the boat. It's gonna be a little guy. Oh, it's a little lit. All right, I made a much farther run than I expected, but we're gonna fish around this mangrove line here probably for like the next hour. I'm really hoping to get on some big trout around here. It goes pretty shallow to pretty deep. Can I say pretty one more time? Fairly quickly. There's a fish. There we go. Oh man. All right, it's been an absolute grind. We finally got on to another nice speckled trout here. Probably about the same length as the first one. Choked that little Mirrolure again. He's bleeding a little bit, so I'm gonna get him back in the water as quick as possible. The struggle that no one ever documents. You like to think you're a pro, but I still catch slow speed minimum wake signs on a daily. Oh, right at the boat. Just a little guy at a time. I'm glad he got off safe. This is gonna be good. This is a no wake zone. We're getting smaller and smaller. My bait's about as big as this fish. Dang, it's like at the dentist. He just opened right up. Said, got him out. There he goes. All right, we're gonna switch to a little bit bigger profile here. Catch 2000. See if we can up the size of these fish. The last couple have been super dinky. Oh, there we go. Better fish for sure. It's gonna be another trout. Oh, did it fool me? It fooled me. Man, these fish are so aggressive for their size. All right, awkward release. There he goes. Man, not the biggest of the day. Probably like the third largest, but definitely ate the hardest out of any of the fish. Also ate the biggest bait so far. Maybe we found a nice little school of them right here. I think it's got another little tap. There we go. It's another little one got off. Dude, these guys are crazy around here. Like Noob City. Another guy speeding in a no wake zone. Oh, just missed him. Stay on it. Man, even though it's been slow, it's absolutely gorgeous out here. All right, sun just went down. It's been absolutely gorgeous out here. Not every cast like I was hoping it would be. A couple weeks ago, it's every cast these trout were biting, but the wildlife's been cray sauce, so that's been a lot of fun to watch. Hopefully we can get one more, and then got a pretty long run home, probably in the dark. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. Nice little guy here. Wile E. Coyote over here, full of energy, so we're just gonna let him go. There we go. All right, so that's probably gonna be my last fish right there. Another nice, they've all been about the same size today, about 12 inches or smaller. You know, it was definitely a grind, but it was probably still like a 10 fish day, even though there was no monsters. But you know, absolute classic. I called last cast a while ago, and here I am, still fishing.